Alright guys, I'm back. Just finished taking my morning medications and I wanted to talk about my immunoglobulin deficiency. It is called hypogammaglobulinemia, and what that means is my body does not produce enough antibodies to fight off sickness or to hold immunity to certain vaccines. And we discovered this when I went and got a pneumonia vaccine, and I did not hold any immunity to this shot at all. When I was retested for my antibodies, a 5-year vaccine came back as if I had never gotten the shot at all. And that is how we discovered that I had this. Some people are born with it. Some people can develop it over time. As of right now, we're not sure, but it's more than likely something that I had as a baby, and it just progressed throughout my life because I have been pretty sick on and off throughout my life with sinus infections, tonsillitis, just a lot of breathing problems. I was diagnosed with asthma at a very, very young age. So it could have been something that I was born with, and it just didn't get bad until I got older. But we're not sure at this time. So I wanted to explain to you guys why I'm doing these infusions, and they are in fact helping me. I have not had a serious hospitalization since I've started these infusions. I have not had bronchitis. I have not had pneumonia. I have not had a serious sinus infection since starting these infusions, and I've only been on them since November of 2017. So that is fantastic. Now what I have to do is I have to do something called premeds. And these are medications that you take before an infusion just in case you have an allergic reaction, which is something I've had a history of in the past, not due to the infusion, but due to anything in general. I've had random allergic reactions. So you take Tylenol and Benadryl, and I take those through my PEG tube. So if you are squeamish, I would turn away now because I'm going to show you guys how I take those medications through my PEG tube. Alright, here is your last chance to look away. Yes, I'm representing my hometown of Decatur, Michigan. It's all fun and games until someone burns their wiener. Gotta love small town humor. So, I also suffer from gastroparesis. Therefore, my stomach does not function normally, regardless of me being overweight. That is due to another health concern that has nothing to do with how much I eat or don't eat. So, no comments on that, please. So, I do have to take as many liquid medications as possible. I do take the adult liquid Tylenol and the adult liquid Benadryl. And I take the full dose of the Tylenol, which is 30 mils. We have an issue with our tap water currently, so I use filter water from the fridge as a flusher. Don't mind the belly. This is my PEG tube way up here with my cute little carb button cover. It helps keep the stoma protected from any irritation. It also helps stop granulation tissue from forming. Here is my ostomy bag over where my jejunostomy tube was. We are letting that stoma close, and if needed, another tube will be placed in that area at a later date. Here's my peg tube. Open the top. And I'm trying to make sure I get this guy in as far as possible because this stuff stains really bad. And I punch it in until the syringe is empty. Cap it off because, like I said, it does stain very bad. Dip it in my little cup here. Rinse the syringe out. And flush the tube to make sure it all gets down there. As far as the Benadryl, same thing. This I measure in the glass. A little water in there to rinse the cup out. And then one final rinse with some fresh water in a different syringe to make sure everything gets down there. And I like to scoot the clamp up as far as I can to prevent any backflow of medication into the tube, because then it's not being absorbed into me. Now, normally with any subcutaneous injection, they want you to do it in the belly because that's where most of the fat is. Now, some of the different brands out there, you can do them in the back of your arms or in the thighs. But as you can see, I have too much on my belly to try to do that. We did try one infusion with the nurses to try and do it in the belly and between the ostomy band and the tube, bumping into the lines all the time. The needles kept coming out, they kept leaking, and it just wasn't a good fit. And being in the arms, I can't do the arms myself. I don't have another person here to help me with the infusion, so I will be showing you how I do it in my upper thighs.